Anything at all now? Anybody? Anyone? Okay. Anything? Okay. People can hear me. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for going live with me tonight. And also, what's up, JR, King, Sophie, Diglets, the whole family. Even my lovely wife is in the chat. Please be nice to her, guys. So A and B just had something come up at the last minute. And so I hope they can maybe join us at the point, but they were a little indisposed, so they couldn't go live tonight. So let's all just say a prayer for them before we end our night tonight. But Raw's ongoing. We've already got a WrestleMania title match booked now. Jey Uso has officially picked Gunther, which probably not a huge surprise to everybody. I don't know, but I don't think for as long as I've been watching wrestling have I seen so many encores of entrance music and or yeeting happen as much as we've seen with Jay for the past 3 shows. So Liv and Raquel are on their way down to the ring now, and Dakota's back too. Thank goodness she's recovered from that injury, so she's not all that hurt anymore, hopefully. So anyway, I appreciate everybody's patience with me tonight. This was as about as literal of a last minute decision as I've ever made in making content. So this will be fun tonight. I can't promise that I'll have any of AJ or Becky's swagger in what I do, but I'm always right. The last 30 seconds, we were literally watching the Raw countdown before Netflix started, and then I got some messages from A and B, and I'm like, oh gosh, well, if there's not going to be a live, maybe I can just jump on so we can have a place to chat. So, anyway, here we go. By the way, I'm noting who all of you are here tonight because I know some of you have already asked about modding. So maybe I'll even try to get creative and see who I can maybe make mods. We'll see what we can do. No promises, though, because I'm just learning on the fly here. So how is everybody tonight? How's the weather where you guys are? I mean, that's what we do right in the first commercial break. How's everybody doing with things? The 4-horse chatters. I like it, Kings. That's definitely my speed. So I just got a ring notification. So I'm right by the front door, just in case you guys know that. So 56 in ATL, T-Man. Okay. Been a minute since I've been in ATL. So yeah, it's I miss it there though. All right. So yeah, I miss Atlanta. I miss the varsity. Do you ever go to the varsity, T-Man? 48 degrees in Charlotte, JR. Okay. It's chilly. We're dealing with, actually, I have nothing to complain about. It's 60 degrees here. So I'm fortunate. By the way, on my ads, there's a trailer for the last segment of Cobra Kai. Does anybody watch Cobra Kai? T-Man, I don't judge you at all for disliking the varsity. It's a very much an acquired taste. And also they're very aggressive there if you don't know what you want. So anyway, haven't been yet. Everyone's also, yeah. So Kings, it's not a, it's almost more of an experience. It's very, I'm not a drinking man, but I would guess it's like kind of hangover food. Although people say that about Waffle House too. And I love Waffle House, but varsity is it's an experience to go. They have these like frosted orange drinks that are really good though. Anyway, it's really just up your speed, whether or not that's up your speed. Promo here for the War Raiders. Who are, I was just a full-on promo for the War Raiders. You don't see a whole lot of this anymore. Okay. Yeah, Kings, it's a thing you can kind of check off a list to say you've done. And it's not for everybody. I think it's one of those things that because it's been around so long, it gets more. Cookout, T-Man. Cookout is great. I used to live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and that was life-changing. Cheap food, and also you could get a high quantity of things. And I've never seen a higher variety of milkshake flavors in a place either. It was wild. So, man. Oh, so I don't know if anybody's heard the news, but it seems to be confirmed through AEW that Miro, Ricky Starks, and Malachi Black have all been officially deleted from their roster webpage, which leads people to believe that they're officially out of the company. So it's a possibility that we might see them, before the summer, maybe. We'll see what happens. And I got to wonder, someone posed this theory out online today as I was reading that, the Creeds and the War Raiders tonight for the titles. I'm curious what kind of showing the Creeds get. Yep, there's Dakota and Io back against Liv and Raquel. Always good to see Io in the ring. I'm curious if some of the recent releases were done anticipating bringing people in. Not necessarily because like we got rid of, Sonya or who else did they get rid of? Elektra Lopez. I don't know if you guys saw AJ's reaction to that, but that was a real reaction. I'll tell you that. To make room for some of these more people. I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen, but it'll be interesting to see who's next. I do think it's the cost of doing business in the entertainment world is it's a hard thing because it happens every year, but you get attached to these performers and you at least hate to see some of them go. But also, especially with the women's division, they have so much talent now, probably more talent than they've ever had. And so they want to bring up some of these women from NXT. Then I guess, you got to make room for it. But counter argument, you've got those mid-card titles on the main roster now too. So why do you want to get rid of them? I don't know. I'm actually kind of enjoying this new feature where they're putting everybody's 2K ratings on the screen. I got to wonder if anybody in the back like legit gets offended that they're ranked lower than somebody else in the locker room. You just got to know that like Io Sky might be just a little miffed that she's ranked like 5 points lower than Liv Morgan. I would be if I was Io. She's got the best moonsault in the business right now, for my money anyways. T-Man, I think that's a good I think that's a good observation. Creative loves the thought of things, but don't actually know how to act on them. I think that's that's definitely a valid point. They get excited about ideas a lot, but execution is key. All right, I'm going to do a couple of things here. Let's see. Thank you, Diglets. I'm gonna bless. That's a strong word. I'm sorry. You guys know I'm a pastor as well, so sometimes that just creeps into my vocabulary. But I'm gonna bestow some modding responsibilities onto anybody, just because I remember some of you guys have asked in the past, so it can help me out. Diggs, I appreciate the super chat question. So my channel's so new right now, I'm still building up comment, and I don't think that I have the capability to receive it at this point. So I'm super grateful for the gesture, but I don't believe we've got the qualifications for it yet. I'll have to look into that and see what more I have to do to get that. You got it, Kings. Kings, I agree. I miss the days where you could modify ratings in games. All right, guys, just remember, with great power comes great responsibility. So I trust you. Let's see. All right. So, man, Live with the slap. You're welcome. All right. So my screen's over here, stage left or right. I don't know, depending on your perspective. So I'm still getting this. This is all very much a last minute setup, but no problem, my friends. So what do you guys feel about Io? You know, last week she lost that qualifying match for Elimination Chamber, and she seemed really specifically upset that she kind of missed her ticket to WrestleMania and seemed to blame Rhea for it. I'm curious if they pull on that story thread anymore this week or in the weeks to come. I wonder what you guys think about that. Okay, Dakota's back in the ring. Dakota and Raquel, a former HBK Diesel relationship from NXT, if I remember correctly. So no doubt. T-Man, I agree. An EO turn after Mania, Diglets. Maybe so. What's up, Rickardy? Welcome to the chat, my friend. All right, back on commercial. Let's chat it up. Yeah, you know, I don't know where EO is going to land for WrestleMania either, but I mean, they would be foolish not to have a spot for her. You know, she always delivers, and she's just she's a great in-ring competitor, and I think, you know, she's one of the, I wouldn't say one of the few, but she's a consistent performer who, whether the crowd can fully understand her or not, that when she just gets going in the ring, her movement in the ring is in a universal language with the crowd. I've never seen her not really get over with the crowd once she's had the freedom to do what she wants to do in there and everything. So. Yeah, I mean, Jade, we still haven't seen Jade yet, and I'm not losing my patience with that. I think, you know, that there's still an angle left there to be resolved with Jade and Bianca and Naomi, and you know, I've felt for the longest time that they were going to lead to Jade and Bianca one-on-one at Mania, but you know, I'm equal parts interested and nervous for that because I'm curious how much progress Jade has made to be trusted, you know, in a singles match in the ring. I mean, I think Bianca could lead her into a good match, but yeah, I know, Dicklets. I know. I'm just trying to be optimistic and nice here, but yeah, I know. I just, you know what? I wish success for people. What can I say? Sometimes that I am proven wrong, maybe more times than I'm proven right, but I hope they can get there. But honestly, too, like, that's why I feel like I don't want Bianca to turn heel because, like, I love seeing, like, I have a sentimentality about Bianca as a performer. We're back now to the tag match. I'll try to wrap this up real quick. I connected with my daughters watching wrestling through Bianca as a performer. And so I don't want to see her turn heel, but also like if Jade is as clunky as she was when she first got here, that's a great heel turn for Bianca because she'd be like, listen, I was at the top of this division and then I got saddled with you. And like, now what do I do? So, I mean, that writes itself in my mind, but who knows? So, Kings, I had heard, there were conflicting reports as to whether or not she was really injured this whole time. And, speaking of daughter, one of my daughters is actually, I think, going to pop in a minute or two. So we'll have her pull up a chair and you guys can meet her. So the, yeah, I mean, I think Bianca would be justified in a ring. But I mean, I had heard that Jade was like spotted working at the PC. So hopefully it's not just rehabbing. Maybe she's getting a little bit of Oh, I love that drop kick. Gosh, I love that drop kick. It's so good. So good. Man, I could watch. Io's great. She's so great. But oh geez. Knees right to the face. So hopefully, Jade's if her alleged work in the make that sandwich, Diglets, make it a good one. So the let's see replay on that drop kick. So I'm hoping that maybe some of Jade's work is maybe a little remedial and not just rehabbing. We'll see. We'll see. Tyrell Breed, Black Panther Gaming. Good to see you, man. Welcome. Yeah, chips on a sandwich. Hey, don't knock it. Don't knock it till you tried it. Put a little extra crunch in that thing. JR, if I didn't say hi earlier, maybe I was muted when I did. Good to see you. By the way, if anybody's anyway wasn't here earlier during my technical difficulties, just say some prayers for A and B. They're just dealing with some stuff, sorry, got distracted by the match because it was a great move there. But just say some prayers for A and B. Just had some things pop up before the live tonight, so they couldn't be on tonight. So just remember them in your prayers, and I'm sure they'll be back for their next show. Now we got I love tandem offense by tag teams. Oh, that one backfired though. Powerbomb backfires onto the knees. Can Io do something? Okay. Dumps Raquel to the outside. Io's tagging to Dakota. Okay. Now what do we got? German suplex. What's Dakota got? Oh, that's like a Canadian backstabber, maybe? I don't know what that's actually called. King says, I would love Jade to be the heel. She oozes heel without even trying, not even a natural baby face. You're absolutely right. She just has the presentation of a heel. She reminds me, if I can go all historian on you guys, this is the weirdest offense. I feel so bad for Liv. It's like Raquel's just using Liv as a weapon. Like, oh man, she hit the mat hard on that one. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're all going for it. Oh man, she planted her with that oblivion. Is that going to be it? Oh wow, that was a great near fall. Io saves the match. They're really laying it out there. These ladies came to work tonight. Kings, you're talking about Jade's. Oh my gosh, Liv is busted. Man, I don't want to hear any besmirching on Liv Morgan from 2024 through to now. She has stepped her game up so much. Maybe She doesn't have the wrestling pedigree of other people, but man, you can see her passion and everything she's been doing ever since she came back from Energy. Gosh, that boot. But yeah, so anyway, the third time I've derailed myself in conversation. Jade Cargill reminds me of a late 1980s Lex Luger. And that might be a little, before some of y'all's time. But Luger, like, again, he just looked like a guy you wanted to boo. God gave him a cocky face. You know what I mean? And Jade can be like that too. So through no fault of her own, it's just biology. But nevertheless, and Jade also, Luger also was limited in the ring. So I want to introduce you guys. Hello, dear. My daughter, wrestling historianette. This is Rosemary, everybody.
Hi, guys.
This is my daughter, and she's just going to watch some wrestling with us for a while. So welcome her. Be nice. I'd hate to. This is the chat right here.
Okay.
People saying hi to you. So
Hi.
Yeah. So we got Io with the moonsault.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
love
good.
her. So
Io with the win. You like her style, don't
yes,
you?
I love her style. Her
Yeah.
energy is so good.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I love it.
Well, man, that's a win for Damage Control.
Wow.
Io and Dakota. Oh gosh.
Ooh,
she took a big
She's
hit.
gonna feel that tomorrow.
Yeah, so she's gonna need to get stitched up or something.
Definitely.
But yeah, Liv Morgan took a beating there tonight.
Yeah.
So
she just got back.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
They just go easy on her.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully she's earned a little bit of a break here, but
yeah.
Man. Pat McAfee fresh off the Super Bowl. Back in the announce desk tonight. So let's see what they've got going on tonight, announcing what else is next.
Wonder who's gonna be next.
We were just talking about Bianca earlier.
Oh yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
Last when she did the match, it was so good. Okay, guys. From the last, what was that? The Royal Rumble?
We watched Royal Rumble last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the Royal Rumble. I thought she was gonna win. I had her winning, but then she did.
But then Charlotte showed up.
Yeah, Charlotte showed up. I was so surprised that Charlotte showed up, guys. I was so disappointed, but I guess we'll see what she does.
She's still a tag champion though. Her and Naomi are a tag team right now. So at least they got that going for them.
Yeah.
We're showing replay from last week.
Yeah, that was so dirty.
Kevin Owens, man.
He's on something else right now.
He absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Charlotte and Tiffany. I could see that match. That's it's gonna be a whole lot of blonde hair being ripped out of people's heads in that match if they face each other. Charlotte and Tiffany. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Gosh.
It was so hurtful to watch.
When Tim got thrown in that ladder.
Yes. Last match. Yeah, I felt like, oh my goodness, this is the last time for it because he had scratches on his face, blood was coming out. I was just ambulance, come on now.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Poor Sammy. He's always trying to help out his friends, but he always seems to be kicking them in the face by accident.
Yes.
Does that ever happen to you? Just kicking your friends in the face by accident?
No, but it can happen though.
Metaphorically speaking. Sometimes you end up kicking your friends in the face when you don't mean to. Yeah. Right. Okay. But yeah, so Kevin and Sammy, they've been friends. They've actually been friends for a very long time. And they always end up fighting each other at some point or another.
Yes, they do.
Frenemies, I believe, is a term you're familiar with. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I've heard.
I think
of
that's
frenemies.
what you would call them.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
One thing happens to good, and the other.
Here's Lyra.
Okay, she's coming out.
And Bailey, Lyra, and Bailey are going to wrestle each other tonight.
Okay.
Who do you think would win between those two?
I think maybe Bailey. I want her to win.
She's got the experience.
Yeah, she has experience. She has been here a while, and so I should see some amazing things from her from the, inside the ring. Yeah.
Lyra's also a champion right now, though. She's
that is
she
true.
is the ladies intercontinental champion.
Wow,
which is a mouthful, but she's So I don't know. That's going to be a fun match to watch, though.
Yeah, it would definitely is.
Could really go either way.
Some new tricks.
Some new tricks.
Yes.
Well, I think I think we might see something we haven't, at least that you haven't seen before.
Yes.
In that match. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
T-Man says, I also wouldn't mind Nia Jax versus Charlotte down the line because Nia won Queen of the Ring.
Yes.
And so her and Nia would be cool to see.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. I would love to see that match.
T-Man, I mean, you've got Queen versus Queen, in that matchup. And boy, oh boy, Charlotte would have a hard time getting up from that Annihilator.
Yeah.
Or urinator, as we call it sometimes. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds bad, but sometimes when Nia lands on the people, they pee a little bit because all the weight crashes down on them, and like,
goodness.
Yeah. So not every time, I don't think.
But sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Diglets, you got to give us a report of that sandwich. We need a rundown. Rickardy's a fan of Lyra, aka Bird Girl. She wears all the feathers,
Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a real she's got a real fun entrance.
Yes.
Wings and everything and feathers and stuff. So we got Jey Uso and LA Knight as our new Slim Jim people.
Yes, that's interesting, guys. I was like, oh, okay. Let's see it.
Yeah, we still have the Macho Man in the video footage.
Yeah.
Okay, tuna, organic mayo, whatever that means. 2 slices of goat cheese on wheat bread. Yeah. Okay. Tuna, mayo, goat cheese, and wheat bread. Listen, I don't hate on goat cheese. The first time I ever had goat cheese was like in a salad or something, and it was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it, but man, that stuff hits. That's good.
Yeah.
With the right stuff. Yeah.
I like goat cheese, guys. I'm not that picky, guys. I like everything. So
oh yeah, you're a very healthy eater. You're not picky at all.
Yes.
7 grams of protein per slice of goat cheese or tuna or I don't know, doing it for the gains. Oh yeah, you booking up. Diglett's booking up. He's about to get.
Okay.
Rosemary likes to work out too.
Oh yeah, I love working out. It is. Oh, it's so fun, guys. Yeah. It's so fun.
Okay, of goat cheese. Okay, that's some protein goat cheese. Okay. All right, those were some stacked goats.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Food is good, man. Oh man.
Yes.
Feels like kind of a long commercial break tonight. I guess we're in that commercial break stretch of the show.
Yeah, or they're trying to recover from the Super Bowl last night.
You know,
they had some weird commercials. I don't know about y'all, but there were some weird commercials on that TV. Like, come on now. And they were kind of long also. I was like, where are you heading at? So it was kind of off for me anyways.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Diglets, it was EO, Damage Control 1. EO landed the moonsault and took over. Yeah, man, the Eagles did handle some business last night, man.
Yes, they did.
And a majority of America, I think, was very elated not to see the Chiefs take a 3rd Super Bowl.
Yes.
The Kings is fixing some salmon, crab, broccoli, and macaroni right now.
Okay. I
we
like
respect
that too. Yes.
I think we've got, what do we have going tonight? Sliders. Okay. Got some sliders later. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
They're in Nashville, Tennessee. We've been to Nashville before.
Yes.
When we moved from North Carolina to LA, we stopped in Nashville on the way through. I've been to Nashville once or twice before for other things, but it's a great thing. Promo here for LFG. Diglets, you know it, man. The Eagles defense, I have a special affection for because most of those guys were drafted from the University of Georgia, which is my favorite college team.
Oh, yeah, we're
hardcore Georgia fans in this house.
Yes.
So, yeah, those guys are no joke. They were nasty and getting after it all night last night. So this show, LFG, I think is debut. Oh, they've got Gunther coming to give a speech at LFG. Now, I've got to get – okay, it premieres this Sunday. I've got to get into our YouTube TV and try to get that to record or something so I can watch it later.
I really want to see this, like who's going to win.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of like The Voice, but for wrestling.
Yes.
So they have like legends who are coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there's more attitude. Because it's wrestling and singing. I don't know. Yeah, Bailey's back on Raw here. T-Man. Okay. Oh, you a Bama fan, T-Man? Okay. I can respect that. I've got to acknowledge Bama, at least in their good years, in their Saban years for sure. So Eagles did some very, very smart drafting. Roxanne is here again.
What? again, this lady. Yeah. She just keeps showing up.
She might cause some problems for Bailey. She's been kind of a thorn in her side lately.
She just needs to sit down and watch a match.
Yeah.
She just needs to chill out.
Well, her tank top says Star Girl. Would you like a shirt that says Star Girl on it?
Well, not that kind of star.
Not that kind of star. Yeah. You don't want to be like Roxy. I get it. So Roxanne's she's facing Raquel next week. That is going to be quite a contrast of styles there.
Yeah.
A little AJ Lee is right. Oh, George Kittle in the house from the 49ers. He hasn't been doing anything for several weeks. I haven't read the story, but I heard that he has some kind of a friendship or connection with Penta. But I don't know anything more than that. JR, yeah, LFG does remind me of the first Tough Enough. Yeah. So I'm intrigued with the coaches they brought this time too. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Diglets, when you say a short limit, okay, you answer the question. I agree. I think there are going to be very, very a lot of short queens in the Elimination Chamber.
Yes, definitely. Okay, she's coming out, guys.
I think this might be my favorite birdish look from Lyra so far.
I love the fit. This is awesome.
That's a nice jacket.
It is a very nice jacket.
Yeah.
I like the design of it and the colors and everything.
I could see you trying to recreate something like that.
Yes, definitely. Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Tell you what, that ladies' IC title I think looks better than the men's. The white strap with the blue and the gold on there. It's a good looking belt.
Yes. I want that belt. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Bailey, let's see what you got.
This look and the one from the Queen of the Ring, cool. Yeah, that was good gear too, for sure. Yeah. They're definitely I don't know what the intangible is that's missing with Lyra right now, but I feel like she's just on like the precipice of getting fully embraced by the crowd. I don't think she's all the way there yet, but anyway. Yes, thank you, Rickardy. Hey guys, please like, subscribe to the channel. I should have another video out this week. And the more subs I can get, we can start introducing things like super chats and stuff when I'm able to go live. So would appreciate anything you guys can do to contribute to that endeavor as we keep growing the channel. Mm-hmm. JR, you're right, man. Bailey has been putting in the work lately. She's been on every show. It's kind of like what Pete Dunne was doing a few months ago. She's just on every show every week. CJ's got to be loving it. Our friend CJ, who's the biggest Bailey fan I've ever met, who is not in the he's not in the chat tonight, but he usually shows up on Fridays, I believe, for SmackDown.
Fridays are his time.
Yeah, this is Bailey time for sure.
Yes. Let's see. This arm wrestle thingy. Oh man, that gotta hurt.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of flexibility. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of strength. Mm-hmm. A lot of core strength too. Back in the day, they'd try to stand back up off their back too, doing that kind of stuff. And that's just all kinds of flexibility I don't have for sure. Some chain wrestling going on here.
Got her down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get her down.
In.
Oh, she got out.
Now Bailey working. Okay. Shoulder block by Bailey.
She escaped.
Lyra's hair is all askew now.
Hair's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's messy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
For sure.
Turn.
Okay.
Come on.
They're really going for kind of an old school, face versus face, good guy versus good guy match here.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of respectful things. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sheamus's YouTube show where the Celtic Warrior workouts, but Lyra was just a recent guest on there, and she tried to make Sheamus do like handstands and stuff. She's got some impressive amount of strength, which is easy to underestimate given her size. T-Man, totally agree. I love Bailey's hair. That purple.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah.
Great. Whoa, okay.
I also love the blue. The blue.
Oh yeah, you like
yeah.
It's kind of like your school colors almost.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Man.
Did she have that side shaved last time?
Yeah, just the one side I think she's got.
Okay.
A and B, welcome to the conversation. It's good to see you guys. Just trying to hold it down, giving a room for the family to come to while we say our prayers for you guys and enjoy. We're all together. Man, okay.
Oh. What's out?
Seem to be getting to that point where they're like, you know what? Forget all this nice chain wrestling. I'm just going to kick you in the face. All right, we at commercial.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So So anyways, let's see. Yeah, Rickardy. Yeah. Lyra. I see you're talking about Lyra. She is talented. She just needs that catch. Yeah, for sure. Diglett, you're right. You're talking about the women's elimination chamber not being super tall at the moment. At the moment, we've got, who do we have qualified for it? At the moment, we've got Liv, Bianca, and Alexa Bliss. So, if we've got if we've got Liv, Alexa, and Bianca, and then Lyra in that elimination chamber match, Bianca's going to be coming in there looking like Andre. It's crazy. So, A and B, the crowd does seem to be high on Lyra tonight for sure. Seems like the women have a more aggressive workout on the Sheamus channel. You know what? I think you're right for sure. They show up, man. They show up for that. Diglett, yes, this is a chamber qualifying match. So we'll either see Lyra or Bailey in there. I'm curious. And then we also still have Roxy and Raquel next week. So this will be 4 or 5, and then one more match, which I think Naomi and someone else were already announced for it. That I'm not entirely sure for. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Still commercials. These commercials are so long.
Yeah, they're long commercials. Yeah, for sure. So we're just waiting it out here.
Mm-hmm. Well, now this is a boxing one.
Yeah, and got all UFC ad and stuff. So yeah, I'm curious where they'll go. I would assume they put Roxy in there. Maybe they get Roxy and Bailey in there. Or maybe they both cost each other their qualifying matches. Hey, Sophie, welcome back. Good to see you. And so I'm just going to yeah.
Okay. Now the back.
Yeah. I don't know why we got commercials on Netflix, Sophie. You would think with the number of sponsors that are on the mat alone, I think we say this every week, that we'd have shorter commercials, but it is what it is. Lyra's making a run of it, though.
Okay. She got some momentum.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, nice kick.
Coming back with a kick there.
Mm-hmm. That was a good kick. Definitely.
Kings, I totally agree. I wish we could see the sort of international promos that happen during the commercial breaks and all that good stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
This was her first attempt?
Yeah, well, I don't know. She hadn't made too many pinning attempts so far.
Yeah.
As I'm learning as a father of 2 daughters and a husband to a wife, these ladies, I don't know how their nails hold up in the match.
Oh.
That's got to be rough.
Yes. Very rough.
I don't know. What would you put on your nails to make sure it's not like being ruined when you're doing this kind of stuff in the ring?
I believe
special kind of coating or something like that, or
maybe or like a little cap, on your nails, like individually. That's like extra, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh wow! It must have caught Bailey in the shoulder.
Yeah.
But man, that looked stiff.
Ooh.
Tornado DDT.
Oh,
that was a little. She rolled through it. Okay.
Okay.
Bailey to belly suplex.
Wow.
We got it. 2.
Near
fall.
Oh wow.
Gorilla glue. My wife says gorilla glue for the nails. I agree. Oh gosh. Sunset flip right into the turnbuckle. But she comes right down. I mean, right in. I think that was elbow right on knee. They both probably got a little funny bone right there. What's up, CW? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Glad you could be here. So we're covering Raw tonight. We've still got the War Raiders versus American Made, the Creed brothers for the tag titles. I think that's going to be sick tonight. Yes. And AJ Styles is going to be on tonight later as well. And I saw earlier that CM Punk is advertised. And we still got Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. So whatever. Logan Paul is the worst. But heels usually are. Unless she got her on her shoulders. Was that what was that? I thought that was a reversal. I agree, Diglets. Some of this has been a little sloppy. It's almost like they're starting to do a reversal in some of those matches and then giving up on it a little bit. I'm not sure.
Outside the ring. Oh,
Becky's at you. That knee to Liv Morgan. That was so nasty. I was saying earlier, Liv has given so much to her return recently. It's just random. Not random. It's just brutal what she's doing. Sorry, I was why do they keep putting Lyra up against other faces? I don't know. That's a great question, CW. Like, because she's clearly a face. A roll through tornado DDT. Was that what she was trying to a fisherman super? Was that what she was trying to do in the ring earlier? Because she did a tornado DDT and rolled through it, but the landing was so soft. Now she's going a little perfect plex.
Okay.
She didn't hook it though.
Is this it? Let's see. 1,
2.
Oh.
She out of gas. She didn't want to bridge on that. Yeah, you know what? They are putting a spotlight on ladies wrestling tonight.
Yes.
For sure. And they're bringing it. I mean, I've been slightly critical of this match a little bit, but Lyra and Bailey are they're clearly both laying it all out there, though. You can see that they're starting to get kind of gassed.
Okay, let's see. She needs to come down. Because Bailey got energy to pull her down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Smack right on the back there.
Or not.
Lyra's up there. What are we?
She's coming back up.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
They're going up together.
Yeah.
This is... I don't like when they do this because this is too much.
Yeah.
Headbutt.
Oh. Multiple headbutts. Oh, she's draped over. Sick to the back of the neck.
Ouch. Okay, this gotta be it for real.
She got her on her shoulders.
Come on, pull her
Bailey's
down.
Working out.
She's fighting.
What's she working on? Another belly to belly. Reversal.
Okay,
she have it. 1, 2. Kick out. Man.
Wow. She's trying hard.
They came to work tonight. Hey, they are giving them time. Oh, gosh. Was that ring presence or was that? Oh, gosh.
Ooh, grabbing by the hair. Ouch.
Yeah. She rose plant. Reversing. She's still holding the back of her neck, though.
Yeah.
Was she going for reversal? Oh, Bailey snuck one out.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. They had they had their moments, a couple of rough moments, but I tell you what, those two ladies, and look at the crowd.
Yes.
The crowd is giving them an ovation too. I think they respect the work in the ring there.
Yeah.
It was, if you're a star giver, maybe it wasn't a 5-star match, but 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 given how tough some of those landings were,
yes, and those moves,
it's not bad.
Yeah.
CW, I think that's a valid observation. Not sure how you feel about the IC champ getting pinned clean. But Bailey is, she's something of a modern legend now. And I know some people may not want to hear this, but I think she has the sort of veteran notoriety that Natty had a few years ago. But look at that. Show of respect.
Yes.
Don't pat her on the head, though. That's patronizing. Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. Shake hands. Yeah. But okay. Shine of respect there. Oh, Andrew, longtime friend of the Marked by Wrestling family. Do you think WWE do a last chance qualifier for the final spot in each chamber? Well, I don't think they actually have a match announced for spot number 6, so you might be onto something there, Andrew. Because you've got Raquel and Roxy for spot number 5, I think. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Penta promo.
Ooh. Wow.
No fear. Cero miedo. Is that right? You know Spanish? That's bit. What he says.
Yes.
Yeah. Respect. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Lauren Biggs? Thanks for joining the chat. Allison, you're right. It was a great match. I think we all would have I think at least our house would have preferred to see Lyra take that one.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe Lyra will find her edge a little bit, here soon, and maybe it'll be a slow burn. One definitely not a slow burn is on the TV right now. Penta surrounded by fire.
Yes,
and has been on fire since he's shown up.
Mm-hmm. He's excited. He can't wait to get in the ring.
And I'm so happy for him. More on that in a second, as we have Ludwig Kaiser in his turtleneck 1 second away from saying, "This is the time on Sprockets Van we dance." Let's see. Uh-oh. Interruption. Done.
Oh.
So we've got Germany, Britain, and Mexico all in it's an international incident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. He's tapping back.
Mm-hmm.
For now, anyways. You know how they say I'm gonna be like stepping back and then they pop off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna
he's gonna pop off.
Yes, look at it. Look at this.
Yeah, he can't mind his own business. AJ.
Oh, AJ.
Okay.
Oh.
The pride of Gainesville, Georgia.
Wow.
Man.
He's ready.
Okay. Is that let's see, soccer mom, AJ. Come on now. He is a multiple-time champion. He did not endure how many years of TNA wrestling to be called the soccer mom. Oh, my gosh. But you know what, though? Tell me, guys, how many of y'all would sit front row for a 4-way match of Ludwig, Pete Dunne, Penta, and AJ Styles? I'd be there for that. Just AJ and Penta alone would be a lot of fun. If they just give all 4 of them, it's like, here's 20 minutes, guys, do something. Butch, Pete Dunne, what have you. Yes, AJ does have his old music back, and I think that we are I'm hoping we get more old music back. His theme is on the workout playlist. Some farm boy, some Southern boys with the farmer strength. Yeah. Let's see. Andrew had a question. I'm already missed it. Where did he say? Forward back from commercial, book AJ's WrestleMania opponent. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I'm going to stick with what I just said. Put a 4-way match. Actually, maybe even make it 5. Throw Braun Breaker in there and make it for the IC title. Because I don't know who Braun is. I don't know who Braun would have at Mania yet. Or do you want to do 6 and add Sheamus in there too? I don't know. I'm just getting it's getting bigger and bigger. At that point, it'd have to be a ladder match probably.
Yes.
Or something. Yeah. But I'd love to see.
Cage,
or a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Yeah. I love cages. Those are
interesting. Absolutely.
Yes.
Braun versus Speed. I think Speed then got all he wanted from Braun. And 300 million people tend to agree. I'm imagining. It's wild. CW, Drew does need to go back to Broken Dreams. But I'm going to tell you this. I have this thought about Drew and about Gunther, because I want Gunther to go back to his pre-remix version of his old, just the old classical music as well. But I don't want to say it's a theory I have. I mean, I think other people have said it before, is that if you have a really singable entrance theme and you're a heel, then that's not a great combination, because that's just having a great theme song will just get you over, right? So if Drew wants to have people keep hating him, he probably needs to stay away from Broken Dreams until they're ready to have crowds cheer him again. And if they are, fire up Broken Dreams immediately, because that song is a banger. As is Gunther, aka Walter's original theme. It's just classical music, but man, it is epic, and nothing better to announce that the ring general has entered the room. Timeless. Yes, Diglets, I agree. I see Braun versus AJ versus Penta at Mania Kings. That's a great match as well. That would be a great triple threat. Any other suggestions while we're on break of who AJ could take on at Mania? What you guys think?
We had a fight with Kakamura. Well, how do you say his name?
Nakamura,
yes, him.
AJ. Yeah, actually, when Nakamura first showed up, he and AJ wrestled for the title one year.
Okay.
But then Nakamura hit him in the junk and got disqualified. Yeah.
No, okay,
or was it the other way around?
Match, and it needs to be fair.
Or who was it? Or was it the other way around? I can't remember. It was WrestleMania 34. But it was a good match, though.
Yeah?
It was a good match up until that point. It didn't end super well.
Yeah. Okay.
It was the Alpha Academy with Lyra for some reason.
Oh. It's like the American Dream.
Let's see. Ivy. That's a subtle burn by Lyra. She's like, I won't step to you at the gym, and you can stay away from me in the ring.
Oh. Wow.
I feel there's a real Kid Rock, Joe Dirt kind of America vibe with American Made right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't hate it. It definitely makes them heelish, just in a different way. But I love the suspension of belief that Ivy could be the new ladies IC champ. I think she could do awesome. Hardy looks like he hangs out with the Creed brothers for sure.
Oh, look at him. He's ready.
Yeah, he's ready for this match. Oh, they are in Nashville. So yeah, you're going to have some more coaching. I wonder if Jelly Roll is there, unless he's on tour.
Yeah.
They're in Nashville. Let's see what happens. Here comes AJ with the old music.
Yep.
They don't want none.
Okay.
You should come onto the soccer field like this.
Oh.
The hoodie on, and then boom.
Oh, I'm here.
Take the hoodie out.
I'm ready.
They don't want none.
Yes.
When you have your senior day game, you want us to do that? You want us to play the music in the background? Come do an entrance?
Sure.
I don't know if the school will let us sneak pyro on, but
you got to bring a speaker, and I got to have the costume.
Yeah, little Bluetooth speaker.
Yes, yes, that'd be amazing.
Like an American version of the Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, I see that. with American Made. I like that, because I know Gable is like on his quest to defeat the dark arts of Lucha Libre right now or something. But at the same time, his take on this sort of team angle type character, they've given enough shades of difference with the Creed brothers and stuff to still make it. I mean, I think they still could use a few more wins, to be honest, but they've changed the characters up just slightly enough that it doesn't feel exactly like, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. Oh, okay. AJ's grabbing a mic.
Oh,
so
what do you gotta say?
So maybe we'll find out.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Okay.
I'll never forgive WWE production for ruining his debut by focusing on Roman Reigns' face at the 2016 Royal Rumble when he came out. But I'm glad he's still with us.
Yeah.
Lauren Biggs says, hold on now, playa. This Teddy Biggs here by order of Con McMahon, AEW president. Monday Night Raw is showing off Penta without his permission. You will go one-on-one with the Cope Taker. Holla, holla, holla. Thank you for that chat, Lauren Biggs. Very entertaining. And it warms my heart to see Penta actually have camera investment put behind him every week, because he wasn't getting that like that before. Oh, yeah, AJ in Nashville. This is TNA territory. So no wonder there's a little bit of sentimentality here for the phenomenal one.
Mm-hmm.
Diglets, every time I see AJ, I feel like going to France. In August, they're going to Paris.
That's awesome to go to
Paris.
Paris.
Sometimes I feel like crowds are a little too generous with the chants, but AJ's earned every single one he gets from here to the end of this career. Notice how the crowd's not booing him like they did Charlotte last week. That's because they didn't give us 3 weeks of heel vignettes before he showed up on TV. WWE has nobody to blame for themselves for what they did to poor Charlotte that night.
Mm-hmm. There was no preview, nothing.
Yeah.
Just bam.
Well, she just came out and she's like, my life has been so hard. And they're all like, we think you're a bad guy, so we're going to boo you. Smashville.
He's ready.
They say that because of the burgers, right? AJ's back.
Okay, let's see it.
A long to-do list. All right, he's got some people in mind.
Mm.
T-Man, you ain't wrong, dude. Dude, Nashville was the perfect place to give him this welcome back promo. Uh-oh, who's here?
Who is?
That's Dom.
No.
Dom and Carlito. We're here to challenge you to some PS5. Does Carlito have a new shirt? Does he actually have merch? Okay, Carlito. Oh my gosh. Did somebody see that sign in the crowd? Dom tries on swimsuits without undies.
Oh? Oh no.
That's upsetting. Well, the boos are back for Dom now. I guess when he's not attached to a pretty lady, people see him for who he is. What's up, Jay Money? Welcome to the chat, friend. Good to see you. And by the way, for anybody who's new, who knows me, but has not met my daughter, this is Rosemary. She's watching along with me tonight. So we're getting her views.
Yes.
She, compared to me, she's practically a brand new wrestling fan who's because I've been for a really, really long time.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we started watching wrestling together when you were in grade school, and we watched something called the Mae Young Classic, which was a tournament of all the women wrestling each other. And that was the first time we saw Bianca Belair.
Yes. And I was so, I saw her.
And so that was like our first favorite wrestler.
Yes.
Together.
Yeah.
And so we're big Bianca fans in this house. So.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know, there's always room for Bianca in our house.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this crowd is not here for Dom. I've missed this. Hating for Dom. Yeah, please smash that like button if you can. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that too. I'm trying to grow to the point where we can, deck out our watch-alongs and have super chats and all that good stuff, like most of you have become accustomed to with our friends A and B. And shout out to A and B. I don't know if you guys are still in the chat or not, but I wouldn't have a channel without them. So just shout out to A and B for encouraging me to pursue this lifelong fandom that I have and making something out of it. So we're having a good time. Thank you, Diggs. Well, you know me, man. I'm retro. I'm old school. So that's the only notes I have to give, and I trust you with the rest, Diggs.
Yes, they have.
Yep. With this long hair and facial hair combo, AJ just looks like Dom's older brother right now. Actually, he just looks like his uncle. Who's just roasting him at the family picnic. Mm-hmm. Uncle Alan. How would you rate this booking? Charlotte Flair wins Money in the Bank and cashes in on John Cena for 16. Lauren, I think it's hilarious, and also I'd probably hate it, but that's okay. J Money, I am more Winged Eagle than I am Attitude Era for belts. I am if you can see, I've got a toy replica of Winged Eagle behind me in that Ultimate Warrior box back there. I came up in the late 80s, so Winged Eagle, classic IC title, classic tag titles. Those were my favorites because those were the ones that were around when I first started. But most of the Attitude Era belts looked pretty good too, though. I'm not going to hate on those. That's just what my favorites are. What if Finn sides with AJ? Ooh.
That'll be interesting.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he dropped
the mic. You're Ray's punk ass kid. Oh, they're about to start some hair pulling. Pele kick. That opens him up for Dom.
Yeah. No, get up, AJ. Get up. You about to get this dude. Come on, they can't do this to you.
He's about to hit a 619. Not Dom, no.
No. AJ.
AJ?
Yeah.
I think he was just coming out. Oh, he put on the brakes.
Get him.
Real quick.
Oh.
Carlito taking the corner. I'll hit that forearm.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yes.
Phenomenal forearm spring off the top.
Let's
there.
Let's go.
Boom.
Ooh. Yeah, he's getting got, buddy. You're not in the ring.
I acknowledge our tribal chief, but I'll take a phenomenal forearm off a Superman punch any day of the week. Douglas, those purple jeans. I know he's one Hulk out from looking like the Hulk, man, with those purple jeans on. We do need a strong 1-2. You know what? I think if Finn and Styles were to pair up, that would revitalize Finn because he needs something. He's just been taking L after L. Man, okay, so we're recapping what happened at the beginning of the show when I had technical difficulties. Gunther with the power bomb to Jey Uso, who got another encore tonight, by the way.
Why he turning bad?
Well, he been bad. He just been dignified about it. But Jay got under his skin.
Oh,
let's go. Oh, and that Logan.
Oh, you better go back.
Honestly, I love.
Oh, and he flew.
Let's go, Jay.
Let's go. Security gotta get up.
I like this matchup because Gunther gave a great rationale last week by saying beating you does nothing for my legacy. And so he wanted to wrestle someone that he thought was going to be, J Money, he officially chose him, and that he wanted to fight somebody he thought was a higher caliber. But here's the thing, it's not Gunther's choice since Jay won the Rumble. And so now with Jay officially choosing him, like that sets Gunther over the edge, and that gives him, gives him some motivation and sets him on edge. So anyway, I like that matchup. Here comes Seth Rollins. Ooh. By the way, just shout out to Jackie Redmond, by the way. Like, the announced teams WWE has now really does a great job of balancing the entertaining and the professional.
Oh.
Oh, look, there's a Tennessee fan in the crowd. He looks just as ridiculous as Seth. Oh, my goodness.
That's nice. That's how he, connects with the fans.
I can resonate with your disappointment there, Jay Money. Maybe down the road there'll still be room for Cody and Jay. But I see your point, though. I think that's a valid point. Is there like a rainbow effect on his jacket?
Maybe. A little bit?
Yeah. What do you so my daughter's a very fashion conscious individual. She's taught herself how to crochet, knit, make clothing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So having a fashion professional on the Watchalong, you've got to let everybody know what you think of Seth's fashion choices.
Okay. For rolling out, it's more like a little bit casual, but want to spice it up a little bit. So I appreciate it. He about to go fight and everything, so it's nice. I appreciate it.
What do you think of the glasses? Would you wear those glasses?
If they were
for free. If they were red.
If they were red for free, yes.
I just meant if we didn't pay you to wear
it. Yeah, I'll wear it. I like red better.
Yeah. CW, yeah. The unhinged Rollins. Yeah, that was a good Rollins. It reminded me of Shawn Michaels in 2010 when he got thrown out of the Royal Rumble and just lost it. Where do I see them going with Cody's WrestleMania opponent now? Well, J Money, I would like it to be CM Punk, but I think it may end up being Cena. But I don't think Cena will win. I still think there's a chance Cena gets number 17, but if he does, I don't think he gets it in April at WrestleMania. I think it happens later in the year sometime. Here's Finn.
Mm-hmm. And also to your question,
but I'd rather it be CM Punk.
I will wear those glasses in public because girl does not care. Like I have no fear of people. I don't care.
This girl does not have shame.
Yes.
I mean, shame. Not that she. Yeah. Her mama's telling on her in the chat. She's worn crazier things than Seth Rollins out in public before.
Yes, I have.
So
I'm a fashion person. I like to present myself.
The fashion times have passed me by. I don't question it, just as long as things are appropriately covered up.
Yep.
We're good. Up. Yeah.
Yes.
With your fur boots, they said.
Oh yes, yes. Oh yes, I love my fur boots.
Yeah.
Yes, that was so nice.
Finn's getting wadded by the crowd, which is never a good sign.
No. Why he's smiling?
I think he's just trying to get under his skin. J Money, you bring up an interesting point about heel turn Cena. when he pretty much gave himself a spot in the Elimination Chamber in the Royal Rumble press conference. I thought that was kind of heelish already. The way he was he just went into like, I deserve it mode, which kind of got my attention. I'm like, I'm for it. Yeah, Allison, I don't know if he can do it or not. When he gave that speech, he wasn't in front of a crowd, so we don't really know how the crowd reacted to it. But it definitely sounded like he had some edge to his tone when he said it. So I don't know.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, hold your seat.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Seth and Finn are in a qualification match for the Chamber next week. So then we have Ray and Logan as well. 3, 4, 5. Does that still have one left? Diglett, you know what? You have an interesting observation saying something about Seth puts you to sleep. Seth and Finn both, I wouldn't say they put me to sleep, but both of them have been so reliable in their careers that they've never really been gone for a long time, that I kind of feel overexposed to them. And I'm like, okay, like take an actual break. Like after last year's WrestleMania, I was hoping Seth would be gone for most of the year. One, just to heal up because he had earned it, But some cope to his tone. Yes, my bad. That's the marketable name. But I don't know. I feel like both Finn and Seth could benefit from just not being on TV for a while. And I don't know if I'm the alone in that, but it's like, I can't miss you if you won't go away kind of thing. Because if you ask me, I'm like, man, both of them, especially Seth, can go so well in the ring. Honestly, he kind of reminds me of Bret Hart in that regard, because Bret hardly ever got hurt when he was with WWF. And so he was always Mr. Reliable. And it wasn't until he left for a while and then came back for that match with Steve Austin in 96 that people were like clamoring for him to come back. So I don't know. J Money contributing. Yeah, Diglett says facts. I want to at least miss these guys. Yes, absolutely. J Money says, especially Rollins. He's had a death grip on the world title. I want to see some different contenders. If Bronson Reed didn't get hurt, I wonder where he'd be in the picture now. Totally agree. And I don't ever want to say I'm happy that he's hurt, but I also know that he was being incorporated into the Temu bloodline at the time that he got hurt. I'm kind of hoping that that's a blessing in disguise, that he doesn't get sucked back into the Solo Sikoa vortex, because he was doing such impressive things by himself before he got hurt. So whenever he comes back, I hope that, I hope he gets some title stuff. Title stuff? That's what we're going to call it. Some title shots. I hope he gets some title shots, because his Tsunami Fest to multiple people was some of the most entertaining stuff that was on Raw last year. Let's see. Three Kings thinks the Judgment Day can use some rebranding. Was hoping they were going to be Bullet Club after Terrence Owens went up, but they're more like the Breakfast Club. You know what? I would pay to see a Breakfast Club with Dom and Liv and Raquel and Carlito in those roles. I would watch that. You could take my money. I would totally watch that. But I agree. I wish they were more of a Bullet Club than a Breakfast Club. Oh gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, by the way, too. I did not know. Oh my gosh, there's a Real American Beer at. I'm so glad I wasn't looking for that. I had no desire to see that. T-Man, for real? You just now finding out who Bret Hart is? Hey, here's a question that I'm interested while we're on break. What is everybody's, I call it a marked by wrestling moment, but what is everybody's, as much as you're interested in sharing, when you first like really got into being a wrestling fan? What, like a pay-per-view or a match or a moment? What got you into being a wrestling fan? My first video on the channel was about that moment. My first pay-per-view was WrestleMania 3. Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage was my first ever favorite match. But there was a Saturday night's main event before that pay-per-view that was my real big moment for getting introduced to wrestling, thanks to Andre the Giant. Diglett says Zeus and Hogan, no holds barred. Let's go. Okay, I'm with you. My wife says Sting. Could you clarify for the room, Allison, if that's Sting with the black and white face paint, or as they call him, the Surfer Sting with the really fluorescent colors? Yeah, Zeus was terrifying. As a child, I didn't know him as an actor. And honestly, even as an actor, he was still terrifying as Debo and everything else he did. When the doctor pulled me out and body slammed me on the bed, placenta and all. Was it Dr. Austin? Did he hit you in the head with a bedpan after that? When Eddie and Voldemort won their belts. Oh, gosh, Three Kings. You know what, though? If we can look at that moment in a vacuum, in the time that it happened in history, before all the terrible, tragic things happened after that, that singularly was one of the most beautiful moments in wrestling history while it lasted. And I still think fondly about that time. Bret Hart versus the Cuban Assassin in Calgary. Okay, Rickardy. Shout out to you, dude, man. That's a while back. Roman Reigns and Sasha Banks on a poster. T-Man. Okay. Yeah, man. Respect. The big event, CW41. Okay. Piper and Hogan. Yeah. Dude, Piper and Hogan fed families. That feud, man. I mean, so many of us old heads, owe our fandom of wrestling to that feud in one way or another. It launched all around the world. When they released the cartoon, Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. Okay, what do we got here? AJ. AJ versus Dirty Dom next week on Monday Night Raw. Mark your calendars. Oh, let's go. Why are you wearing that hat, Braun? Why are you wearing that hat? Take the hat off, Braun. Take the hat off, Braun. It's not a good look. Where's my daughter right now? She would tell him to take it off. I want to see that match so bad. And then Braun started looking like, yes, AJ has won the IC belt. I think he won it either right before or right after the pandemic. But Braun looked like that episode of Friends where Joey was selling perfume in the department store and he was dressed like a cowboy in all white. And there was a rival perfume cowboy who was wearing all black, selling a perfume called Ombre. And I just see Braun profile there, and I'm like, Ombre. He's going for Rip Wheel. Okay. If you want to hit me with the Yellowstone reference, babe, I will defer to that. Lauren Biggs, Bret Hart versus Daniel Bryan. Oh, if they are both in their prime, wow. If they're both in their prime, I'm dying to see that match, first of all. I will, my heart goes with Bret, though. I think Bret pulls it out. I might be wrong, but my heart goes with Bret. Here come the War Raiders. I'm glad they're back. I honestly really missed Ivar as a singles competitor when Eric was injured. He was doing some crazy work while he was solo. So I'm just glad they're back at it. Jay Money, I mean, I think you're right. There's a long line of wrestlers who would lay down for Bret. Not Shawn Michaels though, but others, yeah, for sure, absolutely. Kurt Angle versus Owen Hart, another match I would have loved to see. I would go Kurt on that match though. Kurt the more and more I'm finding out through interviews of other wrestlers and stuff, Kurt was not the one to mess with. Dude had a whole different gear. But that would be a wildly entertaining match, though. Kurt Angle and Owen Hart. Actually, one of my favorite matches as a kid, while it was probably nothing to write home about, was WrestleMania 5, Mr. Perfect versus the Blue Blazer, which was, Owen Hart under the mask the first time around. And they had it was a short match. Mr. Perfect won, but it was a really entertaining back and forth. And yeah, Fiend versus The Undertaker. All right, Diglets, I'm going to have a follow-up question. What era Undertaker are we talking about versus The Fiend? Oh, and which Fiend? That's a good question too, Lauren. What version of the War Raiders do you guys like? Do you like these Sons of Anarchy Raiders, or do you prefer Viking Raiders? 07 Undertaker. Okay, so that's taking on Batista at WrestleMania 23 Taker. I'll go with that Taker. That's the Hell's Gate Taker. I'll take that Taker. He was right in his bag during that time. Kurt versus Abyss. Yeah. Oh, Kurt and TNA. Kurt has come out and said that was probably one of the darkest personal times of his life, but there's no denying the level of work he was putting in, though, on screen. That TNA Kurt Angle was a different level of intensity for sure. That late period right as he got cut from WWE when he was in the ECW, which ECW wasn't great, but ECW Kurt Angle, I kind of wish that he had been in a better place, because on TV he was just nuts. 04 Taker. Okay, so WrestleMania 20, brand new, like Renaissance dead man Taker. He was great too. Yes, Diglets, totally.
But wasn't there a time when Sting was coming in from the ceiling?
Yes. That's the best Sting. Yeah. So my wife is just off camera right now, coming in to explain her favorite Stingness, and she is referring to 1997 Sting rappelling down from the rafters with a baseball bat, taking out the NWO at all costs, and that was peak Sting. Yes, Sting, as Tony Schiavone would say. Yeah, one of my favorite memes is actually George Costanza from Seinfeld, and the caption just says 1997 Sting versus the NWO, and it's him at batting practice with the Yankees, just smirking. It's one of my favorite memes. Kane versus the Fiend. I would pick the Fiend in every iteration except for debut Kane, 1997 Kane. The from Bad Blood to like WrestleMania 14 Kane was hellfire and brimstone, dude. There was just no stopping him. 04 Taker. I'm enjoying these hypothetical matchups. It's right up my alley, guys. Just keep them coming. Oh my gosh. Ivar just scattered, smothered, and covered a Creed brother up against the LED panel there. Oh man. Great knee shot as well from Eric. 04 Taker versus 18 Fiend. That's a tough one. I'm going to say 97 Kane interferes in that match, and it's a no contest. I'm really dying for the Creeds to get some tag gold, but I just don't know if you take the belts off the War Raiders right now, and I hate to see that. I hope they don't lose clean if they lose, because there's just I feel like there's so much upside for American Made. And wasn't American Made supposed to be on SmackDown now? That just dawned on me. Why are they having a tag title match on Raw? I feel like they just totally forgot that they got moved over to SmackDown. And if I'm making that up, somebody call me out, but I thought them and Gable went over to SmackDown, but I might be imagining that. Joker Sting was good. Josh Alexander versus Kurt Angle. So I'm going to be transparent. I'm not super exposed to Josh Alexander's work. I know he's a dog. I mean, I know he's really good, but any kind of any kind of amateur wrestler going up against Kurt Angle, I'm picking Angle. 25 Jey Uso versus 99 Catering. Well, let's see. They were probably at their most profitable around that year, so I imagine the catering was pretty good. If it's just catering for Raw, I'd pick Jey Uso. But if it's like the WrestleMania catering, I mean, that catering really goes out probably, you know. Jacob Fatu versus Rikishi. My wife is I don't know if that's in the chat. Jacob Fatu is beaten up on Uncle Rikishi in any era. Jacob is ever since Jacob turned into Alonzo from Training Day, I've been all on board the Jacob train. You know, ain't no Godzilla, ain't no King Kong, because I'm both of them. Hail. Like, that guy is just, he's on another level. The way he just, I don't want to say he found promo skills. He probably had them all along. The way he just showed up one night and started doing that, I'm like, dang, dude, like, we can only get so excited so fast. Jacob Fatu versus Ming. Okay. In the ring, Jacob Fatu. Anywhere else on planet Earth, Haku / Ming. Because Ming is that dude. Ming is the poster boy for the reason why you don't want to cross Samoan wrestlers or Tongan. J Money, you said something about Chad Gable. Let me look back and see. Really dying for Chad to get some gold. He had so much momentum going into the heel turn, and they've done nothing with him since. I thought he would get a title since he re-signed with them. I agree with that. I feel like Sammy's storyline kind of coming in and sort of derailing Chad's momentum really hurt him there. I mean, I enjoyed Sammy's story with Gunther as well. We're back now to the tag match. Yeah, I feel bad for Gable. Like, I was kind of hoping he would end up on SmackDown and that he could maybe take the U.S. title or something. I would have enjoyed, like, before LA Knight dropped the belt to Shinsuke, I would have liked to see Gable and LA Knight have a feud or something. So, yeah, I hope they don't continue to, let that opportunity slip away. But as long as Chad's happy, I hope he is. But they can do a lot more with him. Alex Wright versus Fandango. If it's a dance-off, I'm going to pick my German buddy Alex Wright. But if it's a match, I'm going to say Fandango. Let's see. Yeah, Django. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, A and B need Ivy now to do her job and get in this match and get them boys a dub. Exactly. Whatever happened to gang warfare loyalty? I mean, if Serena Williams can show up and crip walk at the halftime show, Ivy now can run down the aisle and take out a War Raider. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Let's see. Doink the Clown versus Truth. Heel Doink could take the win because he's more underhanded, but face Doink, R-Truth wins. We've got some Ivy Nile hatred in the chat. Ivy, don't need to be looking around ringside like you don't know what you're doing. Like, why? And why did she drop that chain anyway? She used to carry that. Sorry, I just saw the Sage right comment here. Alex Wright over Fandango and Ludwig Kaiser over Alex Wright. That's fair. Yeah. Ludwig can go too once you get past his seemingly soft demeanor. Let's see if I've missed anything here. He's reaching, trying to get that tag. Ivar is an underrated hot tag. If they can build that up. Here he comes. I'll get ready to wreck shop. Come on, Ivar. Got to respect a dude with a beard that long. When that dude does his cartwheels, oh, geez. Dude, not since like Bam Bam Bigelow have I seen a dude that big move like this. Oh, my gosh. Jumping urinator. Oh, Roadhouse. Yes, Diglett, same here. An athletic big man is like seeing an offensive lineman score a touchdown. How can you not get hyped for that? Duke the Dumpster Drosy versus Repo Man. I'm calling Repo Man because he used to be in Demolition before he changed gimmicks. So I'm going that. The human minivan. Oh my gosh. Prime Keith Lee versus this version of Ivar, that would feed families, and that's not a weight joke either. Like those guys would go, oh. I hope Keith Lee's doing okay. I don't know why he's been off TV as long as he is. I know during the COVID days, during the prime of the COVID days, he had some hard times. No dusty puns intended there. But I hope he's all right because I feel like he's got so much more to still give wrestling. Brock Lesnar versus Vader. Oh, boy, that's actually tough. Brock. I'm going to give it to Brock. I'm going to give it to Brock because what's probably going to happen is Vader is going to get a little too snug with Brock, and Brock's going to show him what's up like he did with Braun Strowman. Psycho Sid versus Snitsky. Come on, Sid. Sid all day long, the master and ruler of the world. One of my favorite things about Sid back when he was Sid Vicious in his early WCW days before he came to WWF the first time, the ring announcer, Gary Michael Capetta. Oh, look at that. Go get him, Ivar. Used to announce Sid as hailing from anywhere he darn well pleases. I always loved random announcer, trademarks for things. Like how Sting was always, this is Sting. Okay, Ivy's getting involved. Okay. Oh, what agility. If the Creeds are going to win the tag belts, I'm going to have to learn which one is which. So there's that. Moonsault. Could that be it? Save. I'll tell you what, they're actually booking these matches. Lauren, you're absolutely right. Vader is super tough, and I don't want to take anything away from him. But there is a legitimacy to Brock's toughness that I think Vader didn't have. Three Kings. I hope that's not the case with Keith Lee. I hope he's. I hope you're wrong. That's all I can say. Whatever he's got, I hope he'll be all right. Ilya Dragunov versus Benoit. Woo! You trying to trip me up? You trying to get me kicked off of wrestling YouTube with something like that? Because you know who I'm going to say. If we're just keeping it kayfabe here, Benoit's winning that match. And that just makes me feel uncomfortable to say because of what it is. But, yeah. But you know what, though, Rickardy? The last time we said which brother is which, we ended up with Jey Uso. Oh, come on. All that. You hate to see a DQ after such good back and forth. And although maybe that could bring a rematch because their creeds are standing tall here. Oh, and taking the belts as a sign of disrespect. That's an old school heel thing I always love. Just showing up and standing over their mangled bodies holding the belts. Did you guys just hear the Velcro rip on that belt? Oh, gosh. J Money, earlier in their careers, I would have said Benoit, but post WWE debuts, I'd say Eddie. Look at Nurse Dom over there taking care of Liv. Like a good partner. That's the kind of man you need in your life. After a long day, will just, tend to your wounds. Dang, Liv.
No, there'll be no new members. I'm gonna fix things around here. I'm gonna beat Sanders.
A new member? Huh. Man, put all the gold on the diamond mine. I'm for it. Let them be the new evolution. I'm curious if Dom tries to recruit a new member and they kick out Finn. Oh, here we go. Here's Mommy and EO. Interesting. So we get a women's title match between Rhea and Io, and it's after Elimination Chamber. Io could potentially go into WrestleMania as women's world champion. I don't know if that was going to happen, but still, the fact that they're scheduling it after Elimination Chamber and not in the lead up to it is very telling. I'm intrigued by that. I really am. J Money, yeah, no, listen, it really, I think it'd be a toss up between Benoit and Eddie. Like, they were both just so good. So good. Look in my eyes. What do you see? 3 Diglets has to go and pee. Let's see. Oh, you know Io's going to show up when the bell rings. She's going to do all that smacking when the bell rings. I ain't worried about Io's game face at all. Yeah, J Money. I mean, Eddie and Chris, like, and I think that's why that closing scene of WrestleMania 20 was so poignant at the time, because they really were like such like kind of, I don't want to say mirror images, but like opposite sides of the same coin. They both, endured so long together in Japan and other countries and WCW and the Radicals and stuff. So yeah, yeah, Diglett's another bathroom, but that sandwich must have been too good. I don't know. I must have stacked that thing up. CM Punk and Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's winning that. Sorry, Punk. I mean, he's perfect. He threw a touchdown pass to himself. Not a lot of people can do that. And also, if Mr. Perfect has Bobby Heenan with him, game over. And I'm picking prime health Mr. Perfect as well. Not back injury Mr. Perfect. Make a little adjustment here. Let you guys see the setup a little bit. This is me and my love letter to retro wrestling here in the back. Can Mr. Perfect run across the beach into his own arms? If anybody can, he can. He probably could do the Rocky and Apollo training sequence by himself from Rocky 3, I bet. More matchups. While we're waiting, I'm just going to go through a little bit of memorabilia here. If you're not new to the channel, trigger warning, Hulk Hogan appearance coming. This is a copy of the lunchbox I had taking to school all through my elementary school years. As you see, 80s Hogan, my first favorite wrestler, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and Roddy Piper. There's no thermos in there or anything, but I found that for cheap online not too long ago, and was a major flashback into my childhood. And so that's That's my jam right there. Behind me as well, we've got the toy. I'm sorry, I'm doing webcam things. I don't know my right from my left. See Big Gold over the corner, over in the corner, and also let me see. I'm gonna scroll on over here and get this for you. When your wrestling historian was just a wrestling child, there was a trampoline in his backyard, and he and his friends and his older brother would often have matches in the backyard for before Winged Eagle and before Big Gold, not before Big Gold and before Big Eagle, before the Big W was an old WWF foam belt. So yeah, I have a lot of retro memorabilia, and so anyway, it's good stuff. The internet's a wonderful place, and I can't believe that is actually in decent condition as it is. Also, another thing I want to show you. This is actually just a kind of a fake 3D printed replica, but so many hours of my childhood were spent playing Royal Rumble on the Super Nintendo back in the day. If any console gamers out there, something I've been dying to exist. Dutch Mantel, I remind you of Dutch Mantel, J Money. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, thanks anyways. One thing I wish somebody could do. So there was Royal Rumble. There was also WWF Raw. And there was also Rage in the Cage, which I think was for like Sega CD, maybe. But this was the same. It was the same engine, right? So everything looked exactly the same here. But because Zeb Coulter, thank you, Diglets. I remember him from his old name. If that is your real name, I just remember him saying that a lot. And the thing about these games is because they were on limited consoles like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, it had limited storage space, right? So I would love to see a remaster of this era game, because each one of those games, Super WrestleMania, that's another game, Super WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Raw, Rage in the Cage, all had different rosters on the game too. So I wish they would do a remaster that has a giant roster of all of them, because it could probably fit on your phone these days, you know? And so one day I just hope, who was it? LJN. I know people kind of hate on LJN as a developer from back in the day, but dude, if they ever made a remaster of all those games, I would be so here for it. So just my thoughts. All right. Punk is in the ring and staring at the WrestleMania sign. Are we seriously about to go to another ad, or is he going to start a promo? Punk, Drew, and Cena are confirmed. No Mercy. Hey, J Money, I'm totally with you. Any of those Nintendo 64 era wrestling games from WCW, NWO World Tour, all the way up through No Mercy, all of them, so many hours logged on those games. Loud CM Punk chants. You would think it's 2014. Fight Forever. I tried Fight Forever. I had a hard time getting into it, but that's because I've gotten accustomed to 2K now. So I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another shot, but I don't know. I loved No Mercy, though. And WrestleMania 2000 and WCW NWO Revenge. All of them. He's not mad at Jey Uso, so he's not going to be total heel here. Yeah, Fight Forever with a WWE roster would be a lot of fun. Hmm.
See, I already qualified for the Elimination Chamber. 2 people have qualified for the Elimination Chamber. And now you're probably all thinking, I'm a punker. There's 3 people already in the match. One of us didn't qualify. One of us.
Oh, say it. Say it, Punk. About to cut a promo on Cena.
By the sounds of it, a couple of you are upset about this, and maybe a little part of me was upset. I say was because it's past tense. I'm no longer upset. Listen, John Cena is a legend. John Cena deserves to call his shot. The bad news for John Cena is I bust my ass to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. So at some point in there, you're going to see me. And you're not just going to see me like you saw me in the Rumble. No, I'm going to beat the living crap out of you. And I'm going to beat you. And I'm going to go to WrestleMania. And I'm going to cash in the only way I know how. Cody, I'm coming for you. The other man who is qualified for the Elimination Chamber is that piece of garbage, Drew McIntyre.
Just going to be calling out everybody. In the Elimination Chamber, I trust wherever they're going to go with it. I'd like to see Punk win. When Punk and Cody did that promo a couple of weeks ago, I was sold on the idea of them having a match. And I do really want Punk to have a WrestleMania main event before it's too late. I'm a big wish fulfillment guy for these performers to have things they want to have. I want Sheamus to win the Intercontinental title at some point, all this other stuff. But I have a feeling it'll probably go to Cena, though. But that's not what I want. As long as they book the match well enough to where there's some intriguing stories for the people who don't win, I'll be okay with it. Point at the sign. Point at the sign, Punk. I had to count. CM Punk. Yeah. Oh, Logan Paul coming to interrupt CM Punk. Well, this will be fun. J Money. So there was one notable title change in the Elimination Chamber, and that was in 2008. So I referenced earlier Shawn Michaels in 2010. Oh, it wasn't 2008. It was in 2010. Shawn Michaels was trying to get The Undertaker to wrestle him at WrestleMania for the second time. And he tried to win the Royal Rumble to call his shot against Undertaker, but he got eliminated. So he snuck into the Elimination Chamber and cost Undertaker the title to goad him into a match. And what I always found interesting about that was he actually helped Chris Jericho win the title from Undertaker in that chamber after he had come off that really nasty feud with Jericho. So that was 2010 leading into WrestleMania 26. That's the only time I remember, just because that one's so vivid. That's just one of my favorite long-term storytelling arcs WWE's ever done, was Shawn Michaels' retirement story. But hopefully this will be entertaining here with Logan and Paul. Logan and Punk, not Logan and Paul. Here's a question for you guys. Is Logan really that over as a heel, or do you think the crowd just actively hates him that much? Is it heel heat, or is it go away heat, as they say? J Money, I'm sure it is. I hate the way that they have PLEs listed. They have it listed in season numbers, but it's the year 2010 though.
Unfortunately for you, tonight is Rey Mysterio's time for his 15 minutes of fame when he loses to Logan Paul.
I can't think of anything more ironic than Logan Paul using the phrase 15 minutes of fame. Does Punk have pink shoes on? Lauren, yeah, I don't know why they didn't just call it the TV title from the jump. Because calling it the TBS and the TNT title, like what happens if you have to change TV stations at one point? Like, I don't know about all that. They should have just called it the TV title from the beginning, because it would have been a great homage to WCW, which so many of their booking decisions have been unintentional homages to WCW. So, whatever. Yeah, I think there's a mix of heel heat and go away heat with Logan. I like having him around, though, because someone who's hated that much, it's really cathartic when they actually take a beating. Although I don't see that happening with Ray here. God bless him. Ray, the living legend that he is. I think he's just coming out to put over Logan. Although Logan in the chamber could be very interesting, because I imagine he would do a memorable spot, and he probably would also take a few rough shots too. Ray and Logan are kind of dressed as a tag team. Yeah, Rickardy, I missed the TV title too. And the TV title in the Monday Night Wars of WCW had some of the best competitors, because it was kind of the bridge between the mid-card and the cruiserweights. So you would have like Chris Jericho and Dean Malenko and Ultimo Dragon, and then also Chris Benoit and Booker T, and who else was defending? I mean, you had like your Alex Wright and your Disco Inferno there too, which maybe wasn't the most intense stuff, but it's Perry Saturn, all these guys in the mix. Finley, Regal when he was healthy. Those were all just great. That was a great mid card. I'm telling you, WCW's mid card was one of the best mid cards ever in the mid to late 90s. Pretty much up until the best of them jumped to WWF. Once Jericho and the Radicals and Mysterio all left, it was kind of over for them. But man, that was just a great title, a great title scene. And I did kind of low key hate the design of the TV title during that time, though. It felt so generic back then, especially like if you go back to the early 90s, back when like Arn Anderson and Steve Austin and even Sting in the late 80s held it. It was like more of a silver looking title, and it was so pretty. I love it. And the side plates on that were the logos for TV stations. So you had like the NBC logo, the ABC logo on the side plates. That TV title was great. First replica title you ever saw was a TV title. That's cool. And there was a version of that TV title that had a red strap. Oh, it was good looking. It was a good looking belt. I'm not sure, Lauren, I have this, I'm not going to say I have this theory like I'm the only person who says it. Lots of people say it. Historically, WWF has never really been kind to popular things that did not originate under their own supervision. So honestly, it's kind of a small miracle that we have things like War Games now, or that NXT even has specialty shows called Halloween Havoc or Great American Bash or whatever, because all those things were WCW conventions. So that's probably why we'd never get a TV title. And honestly, I much prefer something like a TV title to a speed title or a 24/7 title, where like you could just be guaranteed there was going to be a title match on every TV show every week. And it would just be a good, just a good competitive match. And it used to be too, like they would have a time limit on that match too, of like 10 minutes or so, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Or else, it was a draw. So those days are gone, but that was always a fun component of the TV title. back then. Three Kings missed the cruiserweight title. Met Ultimo, Billy Kidman, Ray, Tajiri. Yeah. Psychosis. All those guys. The Beer of the Proud Boys. I must have missed a Real American commercial again. Thank goodness for you guys. I'm not seeing any of the Real American ads because I'm talking to y'all. Halloween Havoc. Oh, Halloween Havoc was a great PLE pay-per-view. Why am I? WWE has brainwashed my vocabulary, dude. It's ridiculous. Logan bailing and complaining like a good heel should. He's just stopped short of asking for a timeout. That Duck Dynasty looking dude hollering at him. You know, I take for granted how tall Logan is, especially compared to Ray. You know Logan paid $2K to get a higher rating or something. He did something. He's higher rated than Rey Mysterio. It's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Miscommunication there. What is... Uh-oh. They're having a little bit of a rough start here. Try to do a Saquon Barkley there. Reverse leapfrog. Okay, Ray. Just messing that out with a stomp. 90 is his crypto rating. Oh, gosh. What do y'all think of this year's WrestleMania logo? It's got that Vegas vibe, you know, the cards being held out. Logan sucks, chant. Unprovoked. I got to say, I'm impressed. I don't know how old Ray is nowadays, but that he can still run around in the ring because his knees have got to be done. The fact that he's probably had knee replacements, I mean, at this point, but the fact that he can still move like he can, he's as good a shape as he's in. Because I remember, you know, seeing him in those WCW Cruiserweight days, and even that was over 25 years ago now, the Monday Night War days. And he was in ECW before that. Not to mention however long he was in Mexico and stuff before ECW. So dude has been wrestling for a long time. Pretty soon his whole gear is just going to be KT tape. $48 or $49, man. Stem cell injections periodically in his knees, huh? Well, if it works for him, man, I mean, because you got to have a quality of life even after you hang it up. And for everything he's done, yeah. Man. Let's see. Wild. So I'm assuming this is the main event. We're 2 hours in now, about 2 hours and 15 minutes in. So I'm guessing this will probably close out the show. What have y'all been thinking of the show so far? You know, I mean, I'm still getting into this match, but honestly, I think the in-ring work tonight has been really motivated. I think everybody in the ring has really gone for it. Thinking about Lyra and Bailey and definitely Liv and Raquel versus Damage Control in that tag title match. Definitely a lot of motivated wrestling tonight. Yeah, great tag matches. Never thought I'd say that about WWE in 2025, that their tag team wrestling is great. But yeah, Raw has been pretty quick tonight. It doesn't feel like it's drug at all. I mean, honestly, I feel like this match has probably felt like the slowest pace so far, and it's the end of the night. So we've done pretty well. Oh, okay, Ray. That back tattoo of Rey Mysterio is so wild ever since he debuted with it when he came to, I think he had it when he showed up in WWF. He definitely didn't have it when he was in WCW, I don't think. But it's nuts. Oh, corkscrew. Okay. That sounds like a commercial break move if I ever saw one. But not. I do want to echo A's thoughts from weeks ago when we debuted. I do wish they'd gone back to more traditional ref shirts. As a shirt, I actually like the shirt, but not for a referee. That's better for like an agent shirt, I feel like. How do we rate the different champs on each show? Yeah. So we got what? Gunther, Braun Breaker, the War Raiders. That's a heck of a Survivor Series team right there, actually. If you think about it, just saying all those names out loud, that's wild. And then you've also got Rhea and Lyra. I mean, that's a great lineup of champions right there. I think Lyra, man, gutsy move there by Logan. Lyra, I think, still has something to prove a little bit more. The ref shirt should have a red stripe. That's actually a really good call. I agree with you on that. And then SmackDown, you got what? Cody, Shinsuke, DIY, and who is Chelsea Green, and Tiffany. Huh. I think I would give the edge to Raw and the champions there. Although, if I was to go one at a time, I might end up being hypocritical here. If I can just go one at a time, let's say Cody versus Gunther. I don't know, because I like Logan is going to be so scary when he hits his 10K hours. Listen, I will not deny Logan this. When he is committed to a thing, like, he makes it happen. And so if he really is truly and genuinely serious about making it as a pro wrestler and he doesn't get hurt, he'll probably main event a WrestleMania before he hangs it up. I mean, and I don't say that advocating for him specifically as like a person or anything, but what that dude is capable of, Kings, I think you're right, man. All right. Well, while we're in commercial break, unless anybody's got any more questions or dream matchups we can talk about, or anybody wants to hate on AEW or talk about the Super Bowl, whatever we can do. I don't know who I would choose between Cody and Gunther. I kind of lean Gunther, to be honest. I mean, that's a toss up though. Shinsuke and Braun Breaker, it's Braun easily for me on that one. I like Shinsuke, but I love Braun Breaker. DIY versus the War Raiders. I actually like DIY, but that's a longer story. I've liked DIY for a really long time. And so when I think about DIY, I don't always think about the DIY that's in 2025. I think about them from back in like the black and gold NXT days. Chelsea Green or Lyra Valkyria. I'll go with Chelsea Green. And then Nia or Rhea, not Nia, Tiffany or Rhea. I'd go with Rhea. So I think Raw just gets the edge there for me in terms of champions who I prefer, but it's closer than I imagined it would be, thinking it out loud. But yeah, so, and then of course, I mean, NXT, yeah, I mean, Obafemi is great, but whatever. And then I guess you got Bianca and Naomi, but they're everywhere, or they can be everywhere. What do you guys think? Liv and Raquel are going to have a title shot against Bianca and Naomi now, winning that match. I'm curious if the storyline advancement kicks into gear there, and if Liv and Raquel end up being tag titles. The Eagles did beat the Chiefs like Brock beat Cena at SummerSlam. That thought went through my mind more than once. Let's see. Would you do an all champion versus champion PLE? I don't know, because the fan in me would like to see it, because they had those. There's a few years they did that at Survivor Series, and it was fun. But at the end of the day, that means somebody has to lose, and it can be challenging there, making one of your champions lose, even if they're losing to one of the other champions. So I don't know. I'm hesitant to do that. So yeah, we get AJ versus Dom next week. Honestly, I think the action has been so I don't want to say exhausting, but all the matches have just gone for it so much tonight. Or maybe it's just because it's the first time I've done this solo watch along and I've been talking for 2 hours straight. I'm starting to get tired in this match. So and I think it's a lot of the selling in this match too. I expect it to be a little more faster paced with these two. Diglett, you're calling Liv and Raquel. I can get behind that for sure. Lash and Jakara Jackson to win the tag belts because the story is dragging out on who took out Jade. Yeah, I was okay with them not resolving that at the Royal Rumble. I don't think the Royal Rumble had to solve every story that one night, but they do need to go ahead and wrap that up so they can go ahead and figure out what the plan for WrestleMania is going to be, and not have us wait too long on that one, I would think. So, yeah. So, Logan hits the steps. So see what we got here. Yeah, fun fact. Actually, in my undergrad in college, I was a major in broadcasting, so I worked on the radio for a while. So I am a little conditioned to this, but it's been a while since I've gone this far. It's been a while since I've been an Iron Man for commentary for sure. I love that move from Ray. The belly flop slide to the outside. That's so entertaining. So entertaining. Ray, I know it's because his name is Mysterio, so it's the mystery. On his armbands, he's got like those question marks. Do you guys remember when like every pay-per-view Ray was dressed up like a different superhero, sometimes a villain and stuff? Did he ever dress up like the Riddler? I feel like that's just like a slam dunk if he ever dressed up like the Riddler. Or Doctor Doom at this point. Both of those I think would be good. Let's see. Because I remember him doing Batman, Captain America, and ill-advised Silver Surfer with body paint. Spider-Man, the Halloween Havoc 97 with Eddie. He was the Phantom. He's done plenty of others too. Did Captain America at that WrestleMania against Wolverine and Flash. Yeah. At Flash, was it Flash or was it Daredevil at that WrestleMania against Matt Hardy? Yeah, and he did Joker at a WrestleMania one time too. And he dressed up like one of those characters from Avatar, the blue Avatar, not Aang, Last Airbender, at a WrestleMania as well. Ghostface took out Jade and will themselves soon reported by Dave. Yeah, Dave will probably say, yeah, maybe, could be that, and then say he was right about it. God bless him. He's been watching wrestling for a really long time. A lion salt. Logan Paul doing a lion salt. Rey Mysterio is like, I did not have my knee busted up in 1996 by Chris Jericho for you to be doing a lion salt right now. It's crazy. Welcome back to the show.
Hello.
Rosemary's back with us for the main event.
Yes, I'm ready, guys.
Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul.
Okay.
And
looking good.
Yeah, so I think we've got a little bit of time left in the show.
Okay, great.
We'll probably wrapping up close to the end here, I'm guessing, based on things. But
okay. Oh.
Yeah.
He picked him up.
Oh, whoa! Good reversal by Ray.
Yeah.
I love a good tornado DDT. Yeah, so the winner of this match advances to the Elimination Chamber match, which is going to happen on March 1st. And that chamber match currently has John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk in it. So whoever wins will be the fourth person. It's a 6-person match.
Oh, so, that's interesting.
Yeah, so 6 people in a cage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
619. Oh. Boot to the face.
Ow.
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Penta live tonight. I think this is the first time since he's debuted that he hasn't been live in the crowd. Oh, Miss Becky says, welcome back.
Hi, Becky. I was doing homework, but now I'm done.
Speaking of people, I would like for WWE pay-per-view, I'd like for WWE to bring back the creative posters they used to have in the early 2000s, like that one Royal Rumble poster they did. You know what, T-Man? I was a big fan of the Royal Rumble posters from like 91 and 92. And I think they did it again in 2001 where they had like the roster of wrestlers kind of like walking towards the poster, like, but they were like comic drawn. Those were amazing. I loved those so much. So, yeah, so we just got the video package from Penta. So, I mean, that's okay. You know, I guess you don't want to overexpose him and have him wrestle every week. Well, we're dialing up 619 one more time. Hitting redial. Let's go.
Oh.
Call up San Diego.
Oh. Okay, let's go. This is your time.
Boom. Here comes
Come on. Game. Get him.
Call up POD.
Let's go. Oh.
It looked like he was going for a Dynamite Kid headbutt there. Oh. That looked more like a slap.
Yeah. No. What?
Oh.
No.
That's a clean pin.
Way.
That's Logan.
No way.
Wow. Has Logan used that finish before? That's the first time I remember seeing him do it. But hey, if he's debuting a finish, when is this Logan Paul thing going to end? Mom says, no way, indeed. She was not a fan of that either.
Yeah, no. What? He should not.
Yeah. So
I was rooting for the other guy.
And then turns around and
come on now. No. Maybe it's coming soon,
The
guys.
Pulverizer. That's a terrible name. And I love a good dad joke, but it's not great. All right, so there's 2 spots left for the chamber. So we'll see what happens.
You have 2 more.
Yeah. So is that going to be it for the show tonight? Or yeah, it says the live event has ended. But
wow.
Yeah, we've got our executive producer credits.
Wow.
Well, guys, what do you guys? Oh, they're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina next week too. Flair Country.
Ooh.
Woo!
Oh!
New Day.
New
Day jumping Ray right before the cutoff. I don't know. Did you get? Is anybody else's feed still going?
Yeah.
Or did they just stop? I gotta know. I gotta know because do I need to holler at Netflix?
What an ending!
Man, they did the old NXT credits roll, and then they had an angle. So respect to that. Okay, well, I think they NXT'd us, showing the end credits and then giving us something. Okay, so out of 10, what would you guys rate the show tonight? Well, I'll let you think about it too. From what you saw.
Yeah, from what I saw.
Out of 10.
Let's see. The women's match.
Yeah.
That
Bayley and Lyra.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Bayley winning it.
Yeah.
That was probably maybe a 8.
Got that an 8 out of 10. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, solid match. Solid match.
Yes. Love that.
I think I would give the whole show an 8 from top to bottom, 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was getting a little fatigued in that Logan Paul Rey Mysterio match toward the end, but they picked up steam toward the end, and then having New Day show up right at the end. I'm glad I at least saw that before it completely cut out.
Yeah.
We'll be reading in the week to come how intentional that was. But we've got Cena jaw-jacking with Logan Paul a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You got Seth Rollins and Finn Balor setting up for next week. A and B said 7.5. They should have let that New Day beating ride out. I don't disagree with you.
Yes,
I do not disagree with you. I know, because that tells me, Lauren Big says, give Raw 7 I love yous out of 10. Three Kings gave it an 8. T-Man said 8 out of 10. Pretty solid show.
Okay.
Diglet said 5 out of 10 for me. Okay, Diglets, I'm going to ask you to show your work.
Yeah.
You're giving it 5 out of 10. Bestow your wisdom upon the chat. I just and I'm not poking the bear either. I legitimately want to know what made it literally mid for you in that. Rickardy, you're too nice, man. Thank you. I have to get Netflix, but stream was a 10 out of 10. Thank you, man. Thank you, A and B, for giving me that. Y'all are grading on a curve, I know for sure, with it being my first time. But I was glad to step in and be the backup QB tonight for our live stream. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I thought that the tag match with the Creeds was a lot of fun. The Creeds and the War Raiders. That Liv Raquel damage control match was banging. I mean, Liv Morgan continues to make sacrifices and take risks in that ring to make it more believable. And so it was awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining the chat. Please share the channel with your friends if you would. We're trying to build up to 1,000 subs, so we can get these streams more alive and kicking with super chats and stuff like that. And so I appreciate you guys being here. Also, don't forget, let's just say our prayers for A and B. So they can get back on the channel later this week, and that thank them for joining us in the chat tonight. And sorry that they weren't able to do their regularly scheduled programming, but we're here for you guys. We're a great community. We're here for each other and all the ups and downs. So just keep everybody close to each other, and we'll just catch up with some of the messages here as I've been rambling. The beautiful Allison said, started out strong, but kind of slumped for me, maybe just because I was cooking. Oh, cook, baby, cook. No, I was trying to be cool. I wasn't actually telling you to cook dinner. No, I think the first half of the show was better than the second half of the show. But my beard and commentary were fire. Oh, thank you. And Rosemary was a super cute addition. So glad to have her as part of the show, for sure. Diglett said, I've been a long-time wrestling fan for a long time, and I expect more. Feel like I've seen these matches before. Roxanne ringside again, some Botchester and Bailey versus Lyra. Didn't do it for me. Hey, that's honest commentary, Diglett, and I appreciate it, because we have to be able to have fair, civil criticism of the shows we watch. And I totally get you, too, for feeling like you've seen matches before. I think that's one of the downsides of the era of wrestling we live in, with so much content to watch, is that before too long, we're seeing a lot of repetition, and it's hard to keep things fresh when you're seeing stuff. So anyway, that being said, I think there were some bright spots. I am ready. It feels like we're still in a little bit of a holding pattern with some of the stories right now. Like some of y'all mentioned, we still don't know what's going on with Jade yet. And Roxanne is still just showing up, but not really doing a lot. Appreciate you, Diglets, man. Thank you for bringing the honesty and keeping it respectable, but keeping it real at the same time. And Lauren thinks you're adorable.
Oh.
And you can only do so many backflips and dives. Right. I've got a great program to suggest for you if you're a big fan of backflips and dives, though. It's on TNT or TBS. They're doing a show in Australia, but I can't tell you what time it's coming on. Sorry.
You got to look it up.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They don't even advertise what time it's coming on. I don't even know when it's coming on yet.
Oh.
So, yeah, I know. Got to look it up. Got to do something. yeah, I'm hoping, we're almost midway through February. So by the time we get to Elimination Chamber, we really should, by the end of Elimination Chamber at the beginning of March, if we don't have a clear, solid picture of where I'd say over half that WrestleMania card's going, then Houston, I think we might have a problem. But we'll see what we get.
Yeah.
Olympic diving is my thing. Better flips there for sure. Benny flip, better flips and dives there. There's tighter stuff, less botching and diving. I'll give you that. But not as much chanting, not as much. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. So you give and take. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you, the love, appreciate the participation.
Yes.
And yeah. So if I'll say this, I'm just going to assume that we'll reconvene on Friday for SmackDown with A and B. And if something arises, if we need to just keep A and B on the prayer line for Friday, I'll gladly come back in and host you guys if they're not. Okay. So that way we'll at least still have a place to be to hang out. So you guys have an awesome night. Thank you guys so much. And have a great evening. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes. Have a good night. Stay safe. Don't do too crazy.
Don't do too crazy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wise words. All right. Love you guys. Good night.
Bye.